everybody. I am so sorry. Excuse me. I had an issue I scheduled, but for some reason it wasn't coming up. So I hope you're still able to find me. So sorry, but I'm glad you're here. And I'm going to go ahead and get started because you know I value your time. And I want to thank you for hanging in there with me. And of course, coming back. There we go. Okay, coming back to see my live. All right, so here we go. Welcome to my channel. Mimi made it here. Mimi made it by Ladia. Mimi here, and so this kind of threw me off a little bit, but I'm gonna get back on track. Give me one moment. I'm gonna be going in and out of the frame just because I've got things staged on one side of my porch. And so I'll be bringing things over as I set them up. And plus, I need a drink of water too, okay? So thanks again, and I hope you're there. For once, I can actually see when people are making comments. And the only thing that I ask is that you be respectful with your comments. And let's just have a good time putting my front door together. And of course, you know I'm outside, so you're going to hear all of the sounds of nature, my neighbors, and cars and all that. So it is what it is, okay? I'm going to grab a drink of water and I'll be right back. Whew, okay, so I am doing a Mackenzie-Childs inspired black and white and decorating my front door for fall. And so when I decorate for fall, I generally do the pumpkin theme just because all of the spooky stuff like that. I'm a scaredy cat, so um, so I just go with the pumpkins, and that's what I'm doing. That's going to be the theme along with the black and white and plenty of bling. You guys know I'm a bling girl. And along with patterns, I love a lot of patterns. And with the black and white, the different patterns on here, I just think it's wonderful. So that being said, I'm going to adjust my camera so that you can see what I'm doing here and there. Now, first of all, I went ahead and I had my husband go ahead and put up some garland. And this is just a beautiful deep red burning bush color that I have. And it is olive leaves. And I tell you what, I got this garland from Joann Fabrics when they were open. And actually, I got them last year when they had them on clearance, which was perfect. And now I'm really glad that I did. Not only did I save money, but my beloved Joann Fabrics is no longer in business. So I'm glad I got them and saved them for whenever I wanted to use them again. And today is the first perfect time to use them. So starting with this beautiful color right here, and I already went ahead and put down my mat, my welcome mat, as well as another mat. And I'll show you that once everything is done. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to work from one side of my front door to the other side. And I'm going to adjust my camera right now so you could see right here. And while I'm doing that, of course, I want to say welcome to my subscribers and to my new subscribers and to people just passing by. Thank you for stopping. And leave me a comment, good comments, and let me know what you think. I'll try to kind of run back up here and take a peek and answer them as much as I can. So the first thing I'm going to start with is going to be, move my broom out of the way. Is this planter. And I had this planter for quite a while. I used it last year when I decorated my front porch. And it just makes sense to use it again because, of course, saving money by using what I have is, for me, is always a smart way to go. So I'm going to set that on this side and move my camera a little bit more so you can see that. There you go. Now the next thing that I'm going to add to this is going to be what you might think would be a wreath. And I think this would be a great looking wreath. I put some more of that red olive leaf garland around a black wreath. And then I also attached one of the bows that I made, a smaller bow with all the different ribbons and the patterns in there. And then right in the middle, I have a little bit of bling. But what I'm going to use this for, instead of hanging it on my door, is I'm going to use it for a place to put my stacked pumpkins that I did. So that's going to go right here. Let's see. You can see that? And next I'm going to add to it the base for the stacked pumpkins. I did a video on this, and all of this is going to be in my playlist, so you'll be able to go back and see everything that I've done to make this all a reality. Here we go. Here's the base of the stacked pumpkin that I did. And I glued it to the bottom of a plate, a black and white checkered plate that I did. Got a DIY out there on that too. It didn't turn out the way that I wanted it to turn out, but I reworked it a little bit more. And for what I'm using it for, I think it's perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and just put it right in here, right on top of that, and nestle it down in there and make sure that it's nice and secure. Now, before I add the other two pieces of the pumpkin, there's something that I want to put down in there. And it's just a little bitty tip that I want to share with you because a lot of people tend to have some challenges when they're setting up their pumpkins, especially if you're setting it up on a porch. Now, my porch is covered and it sets back. I don't get that much wind, but it does happen. And so I want to make sure that I keep this as secure as possible so that the wind doesn't blow it over into my neighbor's yard. So what I'm going to do is just put in the bottom of the first pumpkin these gems. They're nice and heavy, and so that's going to add a little bit of weight. Now you could put some sand in there as well, and I think that would help. But anything that's going to kind of help weigh the pumpkin down so that the wind doesn't take it away. And I'm just leaving it in the bag as well. Make it easy for cleanup and easy to move everything around. Okay, so that's going to make it a little bit heavier. Now I am going to add top two pumpkins. This was fun. I used a fishnet stocking that I found. I shopped my home for a lot of the embellishments that I wanted to do for this project. And I did some white paint on it and just added some black leaves. And so that is ready to go right on top. Okay, so that's how that looks. I'm loving the look. That black and white to me is just very striking. And so I like the way that turned out. And I hope you do too, of course. Leave me a comment. Now, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to turn to the other side of my front porch, my door entry. And that part is a little bit challenging. I'm going to go ahead and move the camera right now so that you can see. It's a little bit challenging over here because it is a smaller area over here to work with. It's much thinner, and so it doesn't have as much. Oh, guys, I've got squirrels that are running around, so they're kind of distracting me just a little bit. But it's just a little bit thinner area right over here. So what I'm going to put over here is going to be what I used last year as well. And that is this column. And it's quite heavy, but it fits nicely right in that space. Oh, good, you can see that. Yay! Next thing I'm going to add is going to be something that I thrifted. So, part of what I do on my channel, I do DIYs, I do thrifting. I love to thrift. I thrift all the time, as a matter of fact. And I just happened to be out thrifting yesterday, and I found this black wire. It might have been a cake stand. It was missing, if it had any glass in it, it was missing that, but that was okay because I know that I can use it for maybe the purpose it wasn't really intended to be used for. And it was just perfect. I love the motif on there. I love the design. And so it had to come home with me, and it came home with me at a perfect time because I'm using this to help stage my front door. And I also added a smaller ribbon on here with the bling right in the middle. So that's going to go right on the top. Okay. Just love those ribbons in there. And that's where I'm saying that it's kind of a Mackenzie-Childs kind of inspired look that I have here with the black and white. And then with the ribbon with all of the different patterns in there. And that black and white check ribbon is in there. It just really helps to set everything off. Now, I'm going to add more. I'll be right back. The next thing I'm going to add to this is a sparkly pumpkin. Look at that bling. Just love it, don't you? Picked this up from Michael's, and I thought this would be a wonderful addition to this Mackenzie-Childs inspired black and white bling porch setting that I'm doing. So I'm just going to set it right up in here. Okay, I love the way that turned out. Nice and sparkly, just beautiful. Gives some lift, gives some height, more height to this really narrow area of my porch. Now, the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to work more towards the lower bottom part of my porch. I'm going to adjust my camera one more time. So, thank you again for being patient with me. And I think that that angle should show you everything. Okay, more to come. So also for Michael's, I picked up this sparkly hay, bale of hay that they had. These are on sale. A lot of the things they have right now are on sale, 40% off for fall decor. So I picked this up because again, I like to have a little height. Don't always necessarily want everything to sit flat on the ground. And so this one is going right here. And I think you can see that. Yay, you can see that. Yay. And so I have some more things that are going to go on top of there. And I'm going to start adding those right now. Look at that. More bling for you. More bling. So this is a pumpkin. Got this from Michael's as well. I wanted a larger size. I have some smaller ones, but I wanted one a little bit larger. And of course, I wanted to go ahead and embellish it. So these are some of the leaves that I used on my swag. And this right here, if you can see that, isn't that pretty? That came from a piece of jewelry, a necklace that I own, and it broke. So I just kept it. Why throw it away when I can use it for something else? And then another bling. These are actually ornaments that you could string on, and I just took the bottom of them off and glued them in around for the embellishment. So that I'm going to add right here. Start that right down there and more. Got more. And I have two more pumpkins that I embellished. Now, these I had on hand in my own inventory, so save me money that way. And I just added some additional bling on that. These bling strips that I got here stick on. Got them from Amazon, and I tell you what, once you put them on there, they don't move. And so these work very well. Again, another ornament, bling ornament right in there, or disco ball ornament. You could say that too. And so that one is going to go right here. And then this white one, I embellished this one as well, just a little bit with another ornament and then just some ribbon that I picked up from Michael's. Because Michael's, now that Joann Fabrics has closed, Michael's now carries a lot of fabric. Definitely not as big of an inventory as Joann Fabrics, but I was able to find ribbon and some other material there. So um, if you like Michael's, stop by there. You're looking for some material ribbons, they do have it for you. So that's going right down here. And I'm going to kind of angle it a little bit. So I'm going to use my wire here and just push it down in there. So that'll stay. Ta-da! Okay, I think it looks great, but you let me know what you think. Okay, next is this vase right here. So cute with a little face on it. And then I also add some fiery red eucalyptus with some pretty flowers at the end of it. And I just think it's great. Now this one I am going to put right here. Hmm, I don't really want to cover up too many of those beautiful pumpkins that I blinged. So I'll just put it right there. Now, we generally don't enter my home through my front door, so mostly I get deliveries. So I'm really not so worried about people coming up and knocking things over. But I'll probably move that. That might be on my end table when I finish the rest of the porch, and I'll show you that one in a different video. But that's where I'm going to put that for right now. But so far, this is how this side of my front door, how that looks with all of the red, the black, and the white, and the bling. I'm going to move my camera one more time, and I'm going to come over this way because, there we go. Oh, and because I know I had to come back and restart this. Not sure what happened. Don't know if I ever want to schedule one again. I'll just pop on here and go live to avoid that. So I do apologize. I know I'm missing a lot of people that were waiting for the first one. So I hope that you will come back and check out the replay for this. So that being said, I'm going to go on and finish this part up. The last thing that I need to add from my staging area is going to be the swag that I made. Isn't that beautiful? This a swag that I made, and I used the Dollar Tree trees as the base for this, and then just added the pumpkins, the bling, the ribbons, everything in here, and I personalized it with my initial L, my last name, and this is what I am going to hang up on my door. Now, I did attach a ribbon to the back of it. I kept one of the handles from the trees on there and glued that in real good. And then I attached the loop with some ribbon on there so I can hang it up on my door. I just do a little fluffing with my ribbon, make sure everything is in place the way I want it. And I tell you what, this is what it turns out to be. I just love it. I think it turned out great. I'm so pleased with it. But I certainly want you to be the judge of it as well. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you think. This is all going to be in a playlist where I will have everything in there so that you can see how I either put everything together or all of the things that I'm using. Now, this would also look great with an orange color with the black and white. I've seen that out there. However, I wanted to do something a little bit different and spice it up even more for the fall. And so that is my thought process of adding the red leaves to it. And I think, oh, this one came out. I think it turned out pretty good. Let's get you back in there. I think it turned out pretty good, and I hope that you like it. I hope that you will subscribe to my channel and come back and watch more videos. I have more fall videos for you as well. I do have some that are going to be more of the yellow, orange color for fall, so that'll be coming out real soon. But for right now, we're doing black, white bling with red. Leave me a comment, subscribe to my channel, and certainly like my channel as well. Give me a big thumbs up. This was just really a nice project to do. I love the way my front porch turned out. I am going to take the camera down and I'm going to show you a little bit more of how it looks. And thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. Thank you for helping me to grow my channel. And as always, be blessed for whatever you do and wherever you go. And if I may add, while you are being blessed, certainly be a blessing to others. Okay? All right. So let me take this camera down so that you can see a little bit more of what I have over here. And there is the black and white doormat that I have under my welcome mat. And back over to my door. And that beautiful red garland up at the top. Now I'll probably add some lights up there soon. I'll get my husband to get up there and put some lights because I don't think I want to get up on a ladder. I think I'll leave that up to him. And then this is my stackable pumpkin, all nestled into this black wreath. And this was a fun project to make. This was fun to just kind of go around my house and find things that I can use to make this work. All right, so I hope you like it. Thank you for joining me. So sorry for the time and getting everything together to come live, but I will have that worked out the next time that I come to you live. Okay, thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.